If you're into watches, then you should be familiar with the man Mark Wahlberg, who has been in the spotlight since the 1990s. Since his debut, he has been Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and New Kids on the Block band member and, of course, one of Hollywood's best. But as watch lovers, what we find truly fascinating is the astonishing watch collection he has amassed over the past few years. The 51-year-old actor and businessman is well known for wearing some of the most desirable luxury timepieces in Hollywood. We take a look at some of his most sought-after watches. One of them is the world's most coveted watch. Interestingly, Mark Wahlberg's collection only contains Rolex and Patek Philippe watches. Yes, just those two, and we wonder why. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive right into this covetable collection. First is the rather popular GMT Master II Pepsi Meteorite dial. As we all know, meteorite dial watches are really hard to find, at least for us common folk. But Wahlberg isn't common folk. At the Telemundo Center, where he was promoting his film Father Stew, he wore the Rolex GMT Master II Pepsi Meteorite dial. Now, what's so special about this watch? Well, apart from the fact that this watch contains Gibeon meteorite, it is the result of 14 years of slow advancement, beginning with the introduction of the ceramic bezel to the company for the very first time, and continuing through the development of the single-piece two-tone ceramic bezel in blue and black, and then red and blue, first in white gold and then in steel. Only two Rolex sports watches, this and the Daytona, which by the way was given a more glamorous and dressy design with Roman numerals and crimson accents, has been given the meteorite treatment. Anyway, this GMT Master II is identical to the steel version, except it is made of white gold and features a meteorite. Grey market prices put it at around $110,000 compared to its retail price of $41,600. Next is the gold Rolex Yachtmaster II, which Wahlberg doesn't wear so much, so we want it. But at 44mm, this is one of the largest Rolex watches. The Yachtmaster II is an excellent example of a very functional and stylish tool watch, with a programmed countdown timer made specifically for racing sailboats. It's a one-of-a-kind and practical in transit because of the fly-back and fly-forward capabilities. The straightforward interface and legible dial and hands make it a great choice for professionals who keep track of billable time with clients. Although the watch itself is only 44mm in diameter, like we mentioned, the lugs and flanges make it look much larger. However, the more refined aesthetic makes it a wonderful pick for even the smallest of wrists, as small as 15 centimeters. Isn't that great? The Oyster bracelet's open design also means it won't hold any excess heat or moisture. The refined aesthetic is completed by the fully finished clasp and the ease with which more links may be added. The gold Yachtmaster has a suggested retail price of $43,550, but may be bought on the secondary market for around $50,000. Anyway, our next stop in his watch collection is his Rolex Submariner. Now, does anyone have a whole set of Rolexes if they don't have a Submariner? No, we don't think so. As expected, Mark Wahlberg owns a Submariner. He has been seen sporting a Submariner with a green ceramic bezel and a stainless steel case, also known as the Kermit or Starbucks, but whatever you call it is fine. This newish product has a suggested retail price of $10,600, but is going for around $23,000 on the secondary market. Now, as the huge Rolex fan that he is, Mark Wahlberg also owns a Rolex Oyster Perpetual Tiffany. He has been spotted wearing a 41mm Rolex Oyster Perpetual Tiffany, so it seems the colour turquoise is a favourite for dials. Even though the Oyster Perpetual is Rolex's entry-level model, Wahlberg seems to love this watch. The design characteristics of this model make it stand out as a representation of timeless elegance. They are embodiments of the pioneering spirit of Rolex's beginnings and the eternal beauty and reliability that the brand has. This timepiece originally sold for $6,150, but can now be purchased secondhand for over $24,000. Among his several watches, this is almost certainly the least expensive. Regardless, he also owns a Rolex Cosmograph Daytona Rainbow 116595 RBOW. The unveiling of the Rainbow Cosmograph Daytona was at Baselworld in 2012. Then, the Rainbow Daytona in Everose with a crystal subdial and modernised hour markers was released in 2018. Previously, it had only been offered in white gold and yellow gold references. Today, there are 36 baguette-cut sapphires in a rainbow gradient setting on this timepiece. The watch's 56 diamonds on the middle case provide the impression of a single and double band. Lastly, Rolex didn't skimp on features when designing the ultimate in luxury timepieces. The tool watch is water resistant to a depth of 100 meters, and that's about 330 feet. Celebrities like Adam Levine, Kevin Hart, and John Mayer have also been spotted wearing Daytona rainbow watches, so Wahlberg is in good company with his 18-carat yellow gold model. But there's more. Mark is the proud owner of a Rolex Day-Date 228349 RBR 0036. Now, when it comes to blinged out watches, Wahlberg's collection includes more than just the Daytona Rainbow. In addition, he has the Rolex Day-Date 40 in 18-carat white gold, with baguette-cut diamonds and sapphires serving as hour markers and pavé diamonds decorating the dial and bezel. There is an oyster bracelet just to complete the timepiece, and that's just great, right? Now, for his enviable Patek Philippe's collection. Folks, let's start with his Patek Philippe reference 527113P001 perpetual calendar chronograph, which is a masterpiece. This watch is the first in-house perpetual calendar chronograph movement from Patek Philippe, housed in a platinum case adorned with baguette-cut green emeralds. The current market value for one of these works is approximately $380,000, notwithstanding the rarity of their appearance at auction. Coming in next is his Tiffany blue Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711. Yes, everyone, Mark Wahlberg owns the world's most coveted timepiece. But what we find almost as interesting as the watch is Mark's announcement, if you may, of it. So on April 18, 2022, Wahlberg posted a video to Instagram while wearing the timepiece. Everything about this video feels like a gigantic flex to the outside world. But then again, you may as well brag about it if you have it. This Tiffany Nautilus is virtually indistinguishable from any other steel 5711, apart from the dial, case-back inscription, and price. Yet it has a higher collectability for several reasons. As a result, the Tiffany Blue Nautilus 5711 from Patek Philippe is set to become as rare as unobtainium, a term used by watch enthusiasts. Only 170 will be made, and you can find them at the New York, San Francisco, and Beverly Hills Tiffany & Co. stores. Priced at a whopping $52,635, it's quite a bit more than the green dial variant's estimated $34,000 asking price. But that's not all of the mouth-dropping Patek Philippe's this actor's got. He also owns a Patek Philippe Sky Moon Tourbillon. Now, Wahlberg flaunted this watch in rose gold, reference 6002R001, in a snapshot of himself working hard at his home office to promote the benefits of hard labor. But we've got to say, in a universe filled with expensive Patek Philippe watches, this one certainly stands out. Among Patek Philippe's most complicated clocks is the Sky Moon Tourbillon, which was initially introduced in 2001 and has only been produced rarely in the past 2 decades. This 44mm rose gold model features an astounding 12 complexities, including a perpetual calendar with a retrograde date hand, a minute repeater with cathedral gongs, and a sidereal time-telling face on its rear. Let's move on, because even though the Patek Philippe Nautilus is all the rage right now, Wahlberg has more than just that model in his collection. Wahlberg has been seen sporting the other hot Patek Philippe model, the Aquanaut. Among the Aquanauts, one of the ones he has been seen sporting is a favourite of mine. It's an 18-carat white gold Patek Philippe Aquanaut chronograph 5968G with a blue dial and a blue leather band. Its original price is $69,150, but you can get it now on the secondary market for $220,000. While there are a few others worth mentioning, we can't talk about Wahlberg's collection without mentioning his Patek Philippe Nautilus Flyback chronograph 5980-1R001. The rose gold Nautilus Flyback chronograph 59801R in his collection is a timepiece of unparalleled refinement and technical accuracy for an active lifestyle. Swedish footballer Zlatan Ibrahimovic, British footballer Harry Kane, Spanish footballer Sergio Ramos, and NBA star LeBron James have all been photographed wearing the same watch. Anyway, we are curious. Which brands will dominate yours if you had the money and time to indulge yourself?